Okay, hello friends, welcome to BISP Solutions. Myself Ashwin, and BISP Solutions is a tech company provide technological solutions across the world. Now our this is our day 6, right, in business analysis series, and in our last session we have seen how BA communicates with the stakeholder. So in that our last session we have seen how he has to communicate with others and what are stakeholders. So I recommend you to watch my previous webinar. Okay, so now let's talk about what are the tools that a BA should know, right? Now, why tools matters for a BA? The very first question is why tools matters for a BA. See, the tools matters for BA because when you are going to take information, right, then you are collecting information. In that case, you have to take the information and convert them into either the flowchart or either the table or any visual form that it can be easily understandable, right? So for example, if I go to a there is a company, furniture selling company or any retail company. Now as a BA, if I go there, so first of all, when I will take information from them, like what are the sales orders procedure, how your order to cash procedure works, how your purchase to procure procedure works, right? So first of all, my very first task is to take the information. So what I will do first, I will document it. Okay, so documentation skills is necessary for me to understand, right? And there is one series, there is one complete session dedicated to documentation. So I will explain you different types of documentation and how they are created and what is the procedure of preparing one document. Okay, so after that you will be able to produce any type of document on requirement. Okay, now first of all, documentation skills is very important. Whatever you have told me, I have to document it and then I have to convey it to my team, and then after seeing that document they will again put their comments in that, and in this way the things get resolved. Until I prepare a proper document, the team will not work, and in this way we cannot proceed further. Second is visualization requirement. Now see, visualize the requirement means let's see this first. See this flow chart, look at this. Okay, now this is plan to procure, that means P2P process. Now this is how it works. Look at this, how beautifully it is explained here, right, without writing any text, only in the picture format, or we can say this is a flow chart, right? This is a chart. So in this way, the process flow diagram, actually it's a process flow diagram and flow chart is something different. I will show you that also, right? So in this process flow diagram, I have explained each and everything in the P2P, whatever happens in P2P. Okay, so look at this: order entry, the core ERP, the reporting, enablers, everything is nicely explained. So in this way, a business analyst, he has to have the one is the skill, that is documentation skills, another is the visualization skill, right? Then track tasks and issues. See, in documentation is not like writing things in our document. Now once you have given the task, okay, now once you have given the task to the team, then how the team is proceeding further, how the team is doing. So you have to track those tasks also. So you have to prepare a complete Excel sheet, and then you have to note down whatever the issues are there, right? So you have to track the tasks also, and then I will show you all these type of different documents. Then communicate with teams and stakeholders. Now again the same thing, communication is the very topmost skill, right? So just work on communication. This is the number one skill that is required. Now communicate with teams and stakeholder. Suppose today our team says that this thing is an issue and it can't be possible in this phase 1. So immediately a business analyst has to convey to the stakeholders, otherwise it will be delay and the deadline can't be achieved. So in this way, communication with teams and the stakeholders. Then maintain clarity and control over the project. Now see, maintain clarity and control over the project means exactly what? See, there are 2-3 types of documents. One is the Word document, right, in which you log the requirements. Second is Excel sheet type of document, in which you track the tasks and issues, or you write down all the tasks and whatever the issues are there, right, and who has resolved those issues, everything. There is one more document, that is PPT document. Now in this PPT document, PowerPoint presentation, you have to maintain the clarity in every stand-up meeting. Okay, every alternate day or every Friday there is a meeting in which the progress of the project is reviewed. Now you have to maintain the clarity, each and everything, that okay, these are the issues, right? So that is why you have to maintain a PPT also. And after that, good tools. Now the moral of the story is that good tools equal to better productivity and fewer misunderstandings. That means the all should be on one page. Okay, when our documentation session will come, I will explain you how they are prepared. Now see here, actually all in all, these are the tools with which the BA successfully accomplished the plan, right? BA can't do anything like verbally, right, or with the help of email. BA has to first of all, he has to develop a complete architecture of the folder infrastructure, we say, right? For example, let me show you this one more. Let me take one more example here, right? For example, this is our one folder, okay, like this. Okay, now what BA has to do, he has to create, these are the folders, different types of folders, right? Okay, and then after that, what BA will do, just a second, here like this. Okay, after that, let me prepare one infrastructure here like this. Just a second. So the BA has to prepare first folder infrastructure, and then for example here, these are the folders. Okay. Now see, for example, here is managers folder, right, and here is offshore team, right, and the third is, just a second, offshore team. Wait, let me make it here, right, offshore team. Okay, and here is the on-site team. Okay, so now for example, what manager will do, manager means, or we can say the database administrator, DBA, right, of client, right? Now what they will do, they will put the things inside respective folders. These are the folders, right? Now these are the folders for each and every different levels, right? So the offshore team is not having any control over these folders. They can view and edit their own folders, right? Now inside these there can be subfolders also, and for on-site team, those who work, so these are the folder levels. When you work on a project, one complete folder infrastructure is prepared on the SharePoint. Now it could be either SharePoint, or mostly it is a SharePoint used by Microsoft. Okay, so for example, this DB administrator downloaded all the data files, right? Data files means metadata, vendor detail. What he will do, he will put all the folders here, right? And then the offshore team will copy those folders and files on their local laptops, and then they start working on that. So the database administrator also the business analyst, for that also the business analyst has to prepare the folder infrastructure for their local team also, right? So in this way you can see maintain clarity and control over project. Okay, now the BA, okay, yeah, here it is. Let me make it like this. The BA's daily companion. Now see, in a project, what business analyst daily do, what is his tasks? So first of all, if you see Excel, see Excel sheet is the sheet which is used by a business analyst daily. Why daily? Because for example, whatever the tasks given to the team yesterday, right, now they have to be tracked daily. Because see, in our last, for example, last stand-up meeting was held on Friday, and today is like, for example, Monday. Now whatever the task I have assured them that okay, this will be completed within next 7 days. So I have to, as a BA, I have to keep track of all these things. Now how would I keep track of all these things? So I have to prepare an Excel sheet, right, in which everything to be tracked. So Excel, Excel sheet is a universal tool which is used by data analyst for tracking and documentation purpose, right? Then why BA use Excel for? Now for example, let's suppose I have a 10 employee subordinates in my team. All are NetSuite technical, functional, and consultants, right? Programmers, some of them are programmers also. Now for example, if one developer or the NetSuite technical person, he has give me one issue that okay, this please ask this issue for the in the next meeting. So I have to maintain that in the issue logs, and also I have to make changes in that logs. So in this way a business analyst works in Excel sheet, because Excel sheet is the easiest tool a BA can use, right, for his day-to-day maintenance task. Then preparing UAT test cases. See, UAT test cases is also the task of BA. Now what is this UAT test case? Let me explain you with an example. For example, let me show you this requirement number. Now see, login test. Just let me create immediately login test, right? Yes, okay. Requirement is this ID number, right? ID number, right? That is like RQT underscore LG login, right? 1. Now see here, I have to create a test case scenario list. So first of all, for example, our project, like it's a NetSuite related project. Now in this NetSuite related project, suppose if you want to test, or we can say the software development project, right? Now if you want to test that login mechanism, how this login mechanism work. So first of all, what I will do, I will prepare a requirement name. Here is the name, right? Then ID number of requirement, right? REQ LG1, it could be anything. Now what thing you need to test? So first of all, role, right? Admin, and then the user, right? In this admin role, the agenda is to test case. That is, just a second. Test case. Now in this test case means check login mechanism. Okay. Then you have to provide the URL also. It could be HTTP and HTTPS and then semicolon, and then like company CRM project. Let's take project, whatever the URL is, right? until it is tested. You can use any, like for local URL can also be given, and when they are testing, so you have to provide something like this. Now see here, what is the result received and expected result, right? So expected result is result received directed to dashboard, right, and the dashboard. That's it. And if both are equal, then the result should be pass, otherwise it would be fail. And one more thing, tested by, tested on, image snapshot in case of error, right? Now suppose we have given you the credentials of admin also and the user also. Now next, same thing here, I will use same, and then login LG1 LG2, okay, login user, check the login mechanism, everything will be same but with different user, okay. And in this way, if suppose error shown, and then here directed dashboard, but expected result is this, result received is this, and in this way, well, that's it. So these are, so what I will do right now, I have prepared this complete sheet. I will write up to this A to E, I will write, I will keep this F blank, right, because it will be for the client, okay. And I will fulfill this, and I will keep H also blank, right. After this H, everything will be blank. So in this way, I will prepare one whole template of the test case scenario, and test case scenario is designed in this way only. You can add as many columns if you like, whatever, for example requirement name, then the person who test it, whatever the what error shown, you can put here in the image. So anything you can do. So this is how we create test case scenarios, test case Excel sheet, okay. Now analyzing business data using filter, pivot, VLOOKUP. Now see here, the BA, the business analyst daily task is to communicate with our team, with his team, then prepare the test case scenarios, test case UAT test cases, and then analyzing the business data also. Now analyzing the business data, actually the team, which is technical team, the technical team works as per the requirement, right, as per the instructions given, but the business analyst also have to analyze exactly what data they have given, and the business analyst has to prepare some pivot tables also, or we can say VLOOKUPs also. Let me give you one example of VLOOKUPs, exactly why this, what is this VLOOKUP, right? For example, let's take an example here, the employee, just a second. Here is the employee and is the department, right? Now if you want to show the department of Mark Lee, okay, so here is, I am showing you one example. Suppose if I write here VLOOKUP, okay, now lookup value, that is Mark Lee, okay, Mark Lee, table array, this complete table array, and then in which two, let's see this, look at this. So VLOOKUP means exactly what you want to look up, right? Then you have to put the complete table array, that is A1 to B5, and in which column, you have to find the value that is in the column second, because I want to show the department, okay, department of any person. So in this way you can use the VLOOKUP. So this VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, and these some examples I am showing you. One more example of like this. Just look at this. For example, we are having one inventory table, right? Let's suppose I have one Excel sheet of some inventory items, right? Whatever the price, like let's take price, don't make it like $200, right? Dollars, okay, it is $200, okay, that is $100, this is $300, this is $400, that is $500, okay. Now for example, if I want to show you the sum of the stock, right? Because many times it happens at the time of migration. Let's take one scenario, right? I'm giving you this scenario, and why these Excel sheet commands are very important for a BA. Let me show you one example. For example, if you go here only, okay, let's see this. Okay, now suppose the customization is done and now migration begins. Okay, now migration begins. So exactly for example, whatever shown in the legacy system, exactly the same should be shown in the NetSuite, that is the target system. Okay, so suppose if in your legacy system, if it is showing that table, chair, table top, table bottom, sofa, these are the prices, and inside the stock there is like 50, 80, 60, 30 and 20. So you have to show this same in the NetSuite also. And after the migration of the data, whatever the Excel sheet that you have uploaded, you have to download that Excel sheet and then you have to show it with the help of like some Excel formula. For example, what I have done, again listen carefully, customization is done. Okay, now here customization is done. Let me do this legacy system. Here is legacy system or the source. Okay, and here is NS, that is target. Let me increase this. Okay, now whatever the data is, whatever the data files are there, right? Now what I will do, here let's come here. Okay, now suppose here in this legacy system it is showing like sofa is like $500 and it is in stock 20. So after migration of the data in NetSuite, after migration in the data, same value should be reflected. And how I can convince them? I will, after migration, I will download the Excel sheet of all the inventory items and then I will show in front of them, okay, look at this, this is the sum. So in this way I can convince them, okay, this is the sum of C2 to C6, right? Whatever the stock is there. And in legacy system also it should match with 240. So in this way the client will convince that okay, whatever you have migrated, that is perfect. Similarly, there is one more condition, if condition, right? If condition. Now in this if condition you can see if C3 is greater than 0, then in stock, otherwise out of stock, right? Suppose if I make it as 0 and here greater than 0, okay, C3 is okay, C3, right? If I make it 0, out of stock, right? Out of stock. So in this way 70, okay, in stock. So in this way you have to first run everything in the Excel sheet, and then once it is finalized, okay, this is how the data. So many times it happens that you have to use the Excel sheet to convince them, okay, because I remember in one of my project my data is migrated, okay, in NetSuite. The data is migrated in NetSuite like this way, right? The data is completely migrated. Now suppose there were 3 sales reps, right? 3 sales reps: John, Peter, Mike, John, and then they have done the sales of 5 million. John has done the sale of $6 million, and Peter has done the sale of $10 million. Okay, now what we need to do, we have to put some filters, and we have to prepare a pivot table in which we used to show them, okay, this is Mike, this is John, and this is Peter, and whatever they have done, that is the sale, which is absolutely matched with your source system and completely matched with our NetSuite target system. So in this way you have to match the data. You have to show them that, look at this, data is absolutely matching. That means the data is perfect, right? So now that is why this Excel is a biggest tool, and it's a daily friend of the business analyst. Now tracker sheet, in which every employee with their work and time taken. Now see here, suppose tracker sheet, there is a tracker sheet also. Let me show you like this way. Now suppose, let's take a scenario. For example, one company is in America, right? It's a furniture selling company, very big retailer company. Now what happens, one team is working in like Hyderabad or any Indian city, right? Now what happens, the offshore team, whenever there is a work from home or the offshore team is there, the offshore team has to prepare a weekly timesheet, and then they have to submit. So what they need to do, let me show you this employee with their work, right? Tracker sheet, actually it's a timesheet. Okay, so now name of the employee, week number, that is the number of hours, day of week, then the number of hours, name, and task done, right? Total hours, number of hours, remove this. Okay, now number of hours, and any holiday or comp off, right? So in this way, for example, week number is 1, and then day of the week, that is Monday, and then the name of the offshore team, like Peter, and task done, whatever the task done, like validation, total hours 8 hours working, holiday no, comp off no. So in this way the Excel sheet, or we can say the time tracker sheet, right, the time sheet of the employee or the offshore team is taken every week, right? When we were working on a project, we used to submit this type of sheet every weekend, right? After that, now see here, that is why the business analyst has to learn some very basic formula, or the tables, or the conditional formatting, the data validation. So these things a business analyst need to learn, right, before working as a business analyst. Because see, big things can be done with simple tools also. Okay, big thing, it is not necessary that you use a very highly complicated tool to work on a big task. Big things can be done with very simple tools. Okay, Now let's move ahead. Now see here, now professional flowchart and diagram maker. Now another tool, actually it's not tool, it's a skill for a business analyst. So BA use cases. Now see, for example, I am a BA business analyst and I am working on a project like. Now in this, suppose if I show you the same process flow diagram, it's a process flow diagram, system architecture of a P2P, right? Phase 1, and then here, and then if I show you one more, this, right, high level design. So this is called high level design, and this is called the complete process flow diagram. Now a business analyst should be capable enough to develop a process flow diagram that can elaborate each and every process of the company currently they are using, or whatever they want in that, so it should be highlighted. So that is what I am saying, that BA should use, first of all, he should be a best diagram maker, right, and a flowchart maker. Diagram is this, just a second, diagram is this, and here is the complete flow, right? Flowchart can be of different types, different designs also, right? So after that, now BA use cases, what BA can do, first of all, mapping of as is and to be process. Now see, what is this as is and to be process? Suppose if I go in a company, client company, and then if I say that, okay, what's your procedure? So when the person says that, okay, sales order is whatever given in NetSuite, we want the same thing as is. So what I will do, I will just put a remark like this way. Let me show you this. Order to cash, right? O to C. Now SO process as is, right, in NetSuite. Then suppose PO process. Now in this PO process, suppose what if the client says that, okay, we want approval routing, without that we will not proceed further. So to be process, so to be process, right, to be process, that is approval in NS. Okay, so let me make it white. So this is what I'm doing, the mapping, that exactly what is there in the NetSuite, in the legacy system, what is to be done in the NetSuite, what is to be done in the NetSuite. So as is and to be. Okay, now creating diagrams to show role based process. Now role based process is also the same. Look at this, here is, now role based process means only you have to show, for example, let me show you like this way. Just give me a second, let me open, just 1 second, hold on. Yes, now see here, you can see my screen, it's draw.io, right? Now in this you are free to design your own flowchart or the process flow diagram, right? Order to cash, you can see here. Today I'm just giving you the surface knowledge, but within few days our complete session is dedicated for documentation. So in that I will explain you each and everything. Okay, now just take an example. Okay, just a review for today. Now suppose if I click here, so this is the step 1, for example, creation of sales order, right? Let me take this, just creation of sales order. Now sorry, not sales order, let me make it as purchase order, PO. right? Now another thing, purchase order, right? Let me create one more. If total is greater than 50,000, sorry, 20,000, okay, then here, let come here, supervisor will approve, right? Refer to supervisor for approve, to approve, for approval, if it is a yes, okay, if it is a yes. Else just create one more, sales rep will approve, right? And in this way, our here, like this way, okay, just make it as just make it here, okay, and here, and in this way you can set a role based, or we can say the amount or total based, whatever criteria you want. You can create your own flowchart or the data flow diagram. Clear? Just one second. Okay. Now, so this is how creating diagram to show role based process, right? Role based, or we can say whatever the criteria is, on the basis of that. If the purchase order is amount based process requires, so you can provide that type of flowchart. That means before the developer start working on it, he has to be make sure that okay, everything is written in the format of text and diagram both, right? That is what very important, right? Now, drawing system flow diagrams and integration maps, that is what I have shown you. This draw.io is a perfect tool for all this, and the benefits of this is clean, professional, quality diagrams, help non-technical stakeholders and understand logic. This point is very important. This point is very important. Help non-technical stakeholders understand logic visually. The reason is that I have worked on many projects, and in those projects I have seen that the person who is not tech friendly, who is not familiar with the softwares, he will never understand what you are saying technically. Your technical jargons, technical keywords, he does not understand. If you provide him the flowchart, something like this, he can easily understand, okay, who will do what type of task, right? So that is why this type of flowcharts will help to the person, those who are technically not that much sound, correct? So this is how the business analyst has to take care. Okay, design everything in the format of picture if it is possible, correct? Then after that, let's move ahead here. Just now see here, alternate tools are Jira draw.io. That's what I have shown you just now. This is designed for the same. Jira is a team coordination tech tools, right? It's a team coordination tool. So in this Jira, what you do, you just write down the task, or you just put down the comment, whatever you want. So it's a complete package. Jira is just like MS Team. Also, it is just like MS Team. You can enter the offshore team name, registration, everything. Daily offshore team will put the timesheet, whatever they have done, all these things. Okay. Visio is also a tool. It is very similar to this Jira. This draw.io. It is very similar, right? So Visio is also a tool, because most of the companies, they take the subscription of the Nets MS Microsoft Outlook, and this Visio comes with that Microsoft subscription. Okay, so this is how basically in this complete session we have learned that what type of tools, what things become a tool for a BA. So mostly this documentation and the draw.io. In one line we can say that complete MS Office package plus some tools like draw.io, right? Apart from that, some like monday.com is there, the Jira, the Visio, right? Actually these tools does not work. You have to arrange your data in these tools in such a way that you can coordinate. Okay, so document management and knowledge sharing. Now what is this? The benefit of this is that document management and knowledge sharing. Now suppose document management and knowledge sharing means what? It is ideal for teams who want collaborative design editing, drag and drop features for process map, decision tree and UML. Now suppose, let me give you one example. Collaborative design, document and editing. Now suppose let's see an example. I am giving you one scenario. I have created the user guide. Okay, I have created some user guides of order to cash, because I found that okay, the client side, the sales reps, they are not that much familiar with the technology. So I have to create one user guide for order to cash. Now I have to give them that Excel that Word file, right? And I will ask them, okay, note down your comments. So what they will do, they will do exactly the same. They will just note down their comments in the same document, and then they will share with us, and then our team will check it out exactly what is written in the comment, and then we will make changes. So this is called knowledge sharing with each other, right? Whatever the client is giving us, that works as a knowledge base, and then we make changes in that. And whatever we have designed as the user manual, so in this way we create some user manuals, some documentations. Okay, now let's see these benefits. What are the benefits of this? Let me show you. Real-time collaboration with teams and client. Now see, when I'm using all these tools wherever it is required, so definitely I will be in touch with them 24/7. Normally, suppose in some project, suppose the stand-up review meeting held every Friday, so what I will do, I will meet only every Friday only. But a business analyst has to be proactive. He has to be in touch with all the stakeholders. For example, today my developer, he found some issues in database, so immediately I have to, just a second, so immediately I have to convey it to the client also. Then second is export to PDF, PNG or embed in documents, works on Mac, Windows and browser. So these documents, see, documentation is a great skill, and you they can work on any like Mac, Windows and the browser, right? Now in this way, what we learned that okay, this is how the tools, or we can say the documents, can be used to successfully accomplish the project. Now there are so many tools. If you see here, I have given some tools here. Google Docs. In Google Drive, there is one facility of Google Docs. Draw.io, just now I have shown you. Slacks, MS Team, yes, Slacks is also a tool. Trello is also a tool. Notion is also a tool, and monday.com is also a tool, right? So these are some tools where, but it is not necessary that you should use all the tools, whichever you are comfortable with. Now I have used here draw.io. I normally use draw.io to design all my documents, diagrams, process flow diagrams, the flow charts, everything. Google Docs, light documentation, sharing, it is useful for sharing normally. Google Docs is used for sharing purpose, they are good, but what I found that it is better to create your own document, upload it into the drive and then share it. Draw.io free diagramming tool, it's a very free diagramming tool. Slack, MS Team, Team Chat. In this Slack and MS Team there is a facility of team chatting, meeting and sharing. It is a complete package in itself, right? And in this Trello, task boards for quick projects. I have worked on Trello also. In that Trello only normally this task boards are there, right? Whatever task is given to you, you have to complete it, and the project which is very quick, so in that case we can do that. And in Notion, modern note document system, right? Now see here, now we will talk about the final tips for the BA. Actually the complete moral of this complete session is that a BA should be very good in writing skills and the speaking skills, communication skills, right? So mastering tools make your work faster and more professional. Today now how it helps, mastering tools makes work faster. For example, today there was a meeting held in my office. Now immediately after that meeting I write down all the minutes of meetings, given the task to my subordinate team members, and that's it, and send that MOM, minutes of meeting, to the manager and the boss. So in this way, if you are good in communication skills, if you are good in writing skills, your task will be done very easily and very quickly. So start with Excel and then move to Jira, Monday.com, Trello, MS Teams. These all tools can be learned in one day also. They are not that much complicated. They are not complicated. The easiest tool is Excel sheet, and remaining all tools you can find easily the tutorial, especially Jira, the Trello.com, the Monday.com. They are very easy to understand, okay? Especially MS Team is very easy. So you don't need to master all tools immediately. One more thing is there. Today I know more than 4 to 5 tools, right? But when I was working on my first project, the very first project, actually I was knowing only MS Team and Excel sheet, but they said that okay, we work in Jira. So immediately I searched something on Jira and then I started working on it. Within 2 days I came to know, okay, which thing is located in what folder, everything, right? And these tools are common across all industries, not just IT or ERP. If you are not from IT or not from ERP, then also these tools are very common, right? Communication is common in every industry. So MS Team is not particularly targeted for IT industry. MS Team can be used by anyone, okay? So these tools are very common across all industries. Now let's again see here, just a second here. Excel for logging the data, test case the data, right? MS Word, definitely MS Word is for writing whatever the requirements given to you, whatever, right? Third is Lucid chart. It is also a collaboration tool, right? Now Jira, agile tracking, user stories, whatever. In Jira also there is every facility, sharing and communicating, everything. Confluence is a document repository. So all in all, what I want to say that a business analyst should be very good in communication and storytelling. One more thing, storytelling. Storytelling means explaining the things in a better way to the subordinate team, right? With the help of the charts and with the help of the data flow process diagram, with the help of the flow chart, everything. And storytelling, first is communication skills, second is storytelling skill. These two skill, if you have these two skills, then definitely you can do the task as a BA, you can work as a BA, okay? So this is how the complete things happens actually, okay? once again let's have a quick recap, and in our next session let me tell you what we are going to see. Okay, we will see in our next, that is we will just have a recap in our next session, and I will show you the documentation part also, right? I will show you the documentation part, that suppose if you are new in a BA and if someone says that okay, prepare a functional design document. Now how will you design a document? I will show you that trick with the help of which you can design any type of document based on your based on the demand, right? So in our next session we will see that. Okay, so let's have a quick recap. A BA has to be good in the documentation technique, the visualization, that is the process flow diagram, the data flow diagram, right? Tracker is also, tracking the task is also a skill, one type of skill, and that can be done with the help of Excel sheet. Okay, communicate with the team and the stakeholders frequently. Okay, then the UAT test cases creation is the task of the business analyst, right? User log, change logs, and one more thing, the Excel, at least business analyst should know the basic functions of Excel sheet, and which can be easily available on the Google, right? And what is as is and to be, that means whatever they need, if it is already available in the NetSuite as is, you can just implement as is. And to be process means whatever the new process to be written, right? And after that, finally, these are some tools: Draw.io, Jira, any one tool. It is not necessary that you from tomorrow you practice all the tools. In one project you might use Jira, and in other project suppose the team says we are using Slacks, and in the third project. So don't take stress of how these tools looks like. They are very absolutely simple tools, you can easily understand within a day, right? So if a business analyst is working on a project, so these tools are not a big deal, right? But the main thing, that skill that you have to develop, that is communication skills. Okay, and in this way these are some tools. So guys, today session is all about the tools, and these are the tools how you can use these packages as a tool. Okay, and in our tomorrow's session I will show you all the techniques, all the skills, what skills are required. They are called the soft skills, right? So tomorrow we will see that. And those who are new to this channel, please like and subscribe my channel, and then see you tomorrow. We will see some new tools. Okay, so thank you guys. And one more thing, that is watch my previous sessions also, if those who are visiting for the first time today. Okay guys, see you tomorrow. Thank you. Thanks for attending the webinar. Thank you.